Now, just 5 days ago, the cabinet approved Semicon 2.0, 1,27,500 crore rupees to build India's chip ecosystem. Made us all very proud on front page. But today, we are seeing actually the first company respond to it. And it's not building processors, it's actually building light. And what brings light to front page? You've guessed it, you liking, sharing, and subscribing. Truly motivates us. Thank you so much for keeping us out of the dark, as always. Seoul Semiconductor, the South Korean LED and opto-electronics major, is assessing plans to set up a manufacturing plant in India. And it is in talks with Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Gujarat. Now, this would be Seoul Semiconductor's first production base in India. Now, the company currently manufactures only in South Korea, the United States, China, and Vietnam. Korean semiconductor activity in India until now has stayed focused purely on research and development. And here's why actually this exploration surfaced exactly now. As we know, the Union Cabinet approved Semicon 2.0 on the 15th of July. Now, this news broke just 5 days later. The fourth pillar of that scheme specifically targets ATMP and OSAT units, assembly, testing, marking, and packaging. And the incentive is honestly real money. 25% of capital expenditure for standard packaging plants, up to 35% for advancing packaging facilities. And LED packaging line fits that pillar precisely. IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav's own framing of the mission's ambition, and I quote, "We will be self-reliant in the production of indigenous chips by the end of this program," end quote. Now, here's a detail which I believe we need to deep dive into, and it's worth understanding. This, we feel, isn't a front-end fabrication facility, it's a possible assembly plant. That distinction matters enormously. An assembly unit needs far less capital, water, and time to build than a fab, which means if this moves forward, the decision timeline could run in months, not in years. So why does this particular company matter? Well, let me go ahead and shed light on that one. Seoul Semiconductor ranks third globally in the LED market, behind Japan's Nikkei and Austria, Germany's AMS Osram. Founded in 1992, headquartered in South Korea, it holds over 18,000 patents. Wow, the largest portfolio in the LED industry, my friends. It was also the only company among the global top 3 to hold both revenue and market share through the 2024 LED downturn. Now, this isn't a small opportunistic player, let's be clear, as the numbers pretty much exemplify that fact. It is an established, patent-heavy leader assessing a genuine India entry. Now, for me to go ahead and address the fact that who is actually competing for this plant. Gujarat holds the execution record for sure. Micron, Keynes, and CG Semi are already in commercial production there. Tamil Nadu is offering up to 50% additional capital subsidy on top of central incentives, plus stamp duty and electricity concessions. Then we have Karnataka, which is leaning in on Bengaluru's design talent and a planned 200-acre semiconductor park. Now, under ISM 1.0, 12 manufacturing units have already been approved, carrying cumulative investment of over 1.64 lakh crore rupees. Now, 9 of those 12 are packaging units, and Gujarat has taken the bulk of them, which is exactly why Tamil Nadu and Karnataka are bidding hard for this one. And here's actually the broader pattern which kind of fits into this entire jigsaw. Korean semiconductor suppliers are actively diversifying away from China-concentrated supply chains while chasing India's growing electronics demand. Now, India's domestic chip market has grown from roughly $38 billion in 2023 to an estimated $45 to $50 billion in 2024 and 25. Korean supplier Simtech already set the template earlier this year, committing to a Gujarat plant positioned near Micron. Seoul Semiconductor may simply be the next name following that same very script. And here, of course, is the front page take. Now, this is Semicon 2.0 doing exactly what it was designed to do, not just funding startups, pulling established global semiconductor players toward Indian soil. But the question I have for all of you is this: which state actually lands this plant? And does Seoul Semiconductor's decision become the next signal that Korean chip suppliers are genuinely shifting toward India? Would be brilliant if that happens. Please do let us know what are your thoughts in the comments below. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Front Page by the AIM Network. Like, share, subscribe, and always remember, think AI, think AIM.